we have to realize the I am within us. Or, another way of putting it, we have to realize the one true light that shines from within us. Whichever way, we are solving the problem, because the one true light casts out the images on the mirror. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, you just simply sort out the one true observer in you. You're in control of the one true observer. But the problem is that you don't know how to get into that place. You and I, we think that we're living in the universe where there's space and there's time. But that is only because we are looking. And when we are looking through our eyes, we see a world that's structured, spaced out, so to speak, with a distance and with a time. And interestingly, when we walk, it takes time to walk. It takes time for us to move from one place to another. All of this is taking place because of our awareness, isn't that right? If we were not aware, it will not be appearing in our consciousness. And this awareness, or I would call it the true observer, which is the light itself, is producing this image that we are looking at. So whatever we are looking at is only an image. It's an image that appears before us because we are the reflector. Our body reflects that light. And so we are seeing a world reflected from that true one observer. Now, I've recorded a clip from YouTube. Science is making a very interesting point. Now, let's look at the clip.
Einstein, the faster you go, slower time ticks for you?
Correct.
At the speed of light, time stops.
Are you saying photons don't experience time at all? Holy crap.
So, the instant the photon was created in photosphere of the sun, the outer surface, and then it went on its 8-minute and 20-second journey to Earth. If you're the photon, you are born and you land on someone's buttocks in the same moment. In the same moment.
Oh, snap!
They have no concept of that time passing. You were born and absorbed in the same instant.
Forget, the most important truth is that whatever you experience right now is because you're seeing. It's because you're watching. But who is the you that is watching? And when you watch yourself, your body, walking in the midst of this universe, you believe that you are in the universe, that you are a particle in the universe. But isn't it all a kind of illusion? The illusion is basically because you believe that you are the you that is watching the world. And so when you walk in this universe and you saw yourself watching in the universe, you thought that you're looking at this universe from yourself. But what you forgot is that the universe, together with yourself, is only what you are watching at. So the you that you thought that you exist is only what you're watching at. True observer who is watching you and the world is not yourself at all. It's a primary light. Isn't that right? And this true observer, which is light itself, a photon, is timeless. It doesn't require a time to move one atom from one location to another location. It doesn't require any time. So this true observer that is watching you and the universe and watching you living in this universe is timeless. Gosh. Now, yes, you think that you are solid, right? You think that you are solid, but that is not what science is saying. If you examine yourself from a microscope, a very, very strong microscope, I mean, you see yourself just simply a space of energy and forces. You don't see anything at all. That's right, if you use a very strong microscope. And so it is with everything that is around you. If you are looking at this world from with a strong microscope, you see nothing but just forces. You don't know what you're seeing actually. So everything that I'm looking at, including myself that I'm looking at, isn't it an imagination of my mind? So when people tell me of demons, evil forces, I tell them that they're just only kidding themselves. There can't be any evil or demons. You're just imagining. The whole substratum of our universe is the result of a light that is shining in a timeless state and is reflecting a mirror to us as a result of the body that we are having. And so we see a David shield and we see a world that we lived in. So don't be so upset when things go wrong in your life. Why? You are imagining. And this light, which is coming out from the true observer, from within me, creating a body that I'm seeing and creating a world which I'm living in. And this true light that comes from within you is, of course, creating opposite effects all over. And therefore you see a sense of conflict arising between people and everywhere. And you are so busy trying to solve the problems of life. But actually, in truth, the true controller is the light itself. The man and the world does not really control, because the man is only the one that you're watching, and the world you're also watching. The true controller is the true observer, the true you that is watching the world. Not the imagined you, that you imagine yourself right now. That true observer is the true controller. So the question must be, why don't you get to the true controller? Why don't you discover the true observer rather than imagine gods and goddesses, evil and good forces, etc.? Why don't you just get to the place where the I am is, the true me, and nothing else? Because the true me is the true observer, and there is really nothing else. That's why it is written in the holy books, I am that I am, and that is my name forever. There is none besides me. Obvious, right? Because the true observer is the one light, and the one light permeates from within yourself. There's no other place it comes from. So in my life, I've discovered that only by resonance I can get to the place of the true observer. Why? I cannot get to the place of the true observer by imagining. Why? Because if I'm only imagining, I'm still thinking, and I'm still using the watching that comes from the true observer. I'm not really the true observer. Isn't that right? If I'm just merely thinking of God, it's still of no value at all. I'm just using what is watched and not the watcher. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So learn to discover how to resonate. Resonate what? You see, because there's one true light is coming from within us, there's actually casting at the mirror two opposites. Yourself and the opposite self of you. So what you need to do is to nullify both through a resonance. And as a result of it, it enters the in-between state of the one true observer. I hear people telling me, how about not thinking at all? And I would tell them that thinking cannot be avoided, because as long as there is a light shining from within, you are relating with the world you live in, including yourself, by the process of thinking. So if you remove your thinking altogether, you cannot point yourself to the light, who is the watcher. It's like a man who holds a torch, and he shines the torch at the floor. Now, if you don't want the light to fall on the floor, how would you ever know where the torch is? I'm just only what is being watched, and therefore I need to look at the thought so that the thought can direct me to the direction where the watcher is lighting up the floor. That's why thoughts are very important. And that's why when I resonate with my thoughts. I resonate with the other part of me. But what is the other part of me? The other part of me is thoughts. Thought with thought. I resonate with thoughts. Between two thoughts, there is, of course, the one observer. I know it's too difficult for many of you to understand what I'm trying to say. I did my best. If you're not going to catch it, I can't do anything for you. You can't find any video in YouTube, never, of a person like me who is speaking to you from the true one observer. Everyone is actually telling you something that is outside themselves. But I'm talking about what's inside me, what's inside everybody. But you don't want to listen to that, do you? You prefer to listen to gods and goddesses, demons, etc. But you don't want to talk about yourself, do you? That's the problem. A lot of people dare not talk about themselves. And why? And when you dare not look at yourself, and you just look at the world around you and you fight your battle every day with what is around you, you're being misdirected. The solution is actually to resolve it in the true observer. But what you did was simply to resolve it among people to people. It doesn't solve at all, actually. That's why it's written in the Holy Books. Only I can deliver you. It's always written that way, right? In the Holy Books. Only I can solve your problem. We can do whatever you like, but without me, you cannot do anything. It's always written in the Holy Books. It's all written metaphorically, right? The truth is that I am the solution, and there is no other. So before I close this video, just one more statement. If you want to solve the problem of your life, would you want to handle the mirror? Of course not. The mirror is just a reflector. You can't do anything with a mirror. You need to handle the one that shines at the mirror. And the one that shines at the mirror is right where I am. And not there at all. Mysterious, but the truth. Let me guide you in your journey to your soul. That's my intention. Press the subscribe button so that you don't miss another video of mine. What did Jesus say? Jesus said, I am the light of the world. That's right. I am is the light of the world. He didn't mean himself. He meant that there is a true one observer, which is the I am. That one true observer is the solution of your life. Jesus had a solution. The only problem with many people is that they idolize Jesus instead of the I am, which is inside us. We have to realize the I am within us. Or, another way of putting it, we have to realize the one true light that shines from within us. Whichever way, you're solving the problem. Because the one true light casts out the images on the mirror. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, you just simply sort out the one true observer in you. You're in control of the one true observer. But the problem is that you don't know how to get into that place. And what did God say about the one true light? In the Bible, in the Torah, God said this. God said, let there be light. And there was light. Notice, very interesting, right? God said, let there be light. So where did the light come from? This light is the one true observer. You see, before that verse is a statement, and the breath of God hovers over the waters. That's right. Light actually comes from the voice, and the voice comes from the breath. Let me show you the secret